Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Two Grown Men. I am Olaomi, and with me, as usual, is my brother.
Yemi.
Welcome. Tonight we're here just talking about the things that have happened in Nigeria recently. Yemi has and I have been talking about the new old national anthem, and we thought we would just air our opinions on it and just hear what everyone has to say. I mean, it's all over the news. It's everywhere.
To the Nigerian national anthem, Mr. Albert Congo raises the flag of the new nation.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign fatherland.
Yemi, what do you think about it?
Yeah, so like Laomi said, Nigeria adopted a new national anthem on
You mean an
Wednesday.
old national anthem?
The old national anthem
The new national
on the new, yeah, old, new, whatever.
Sorry,
You get the point.
I've been a nuisance.
On Wednesday, 29th of May, after lawmakers passed a law that replaced the current one with a version that dropped nearly half a century ago, 1978 to be specific. Now, this development has sparked widespread criticism about how this law was passed so quickly without much input. But before going into more on this new old national anthem, Laomi, have you heard this before? Have you heard this new old national anthem before?
Yes, I have. My
What
parents
what
used to sing
what
it
is
all
it
the time.
called? What is it called?
Twale for Nigeria.
No, what's the official name?
Nigeria, we hail thee. But in our local parlance, when you hail somebody, you are giving them Twale. So basically, we've gone from saying Arise O Compatriots, like everybody get up. You've gone from a call to arms, as it were, to Nigeria, we Twale for you, give you Tirigusa or something. I've heard it before. My parents used to sing it. And I think one of my old social studies textbooks, it talks about the old national anthem.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigerians come again to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith.
And the new national anthem, and the circumstances under which it was changed. So, yeah, I'm familiar with it. I heard that. I actually know the words. Nigeria, we hail thee on their native land. I know the words. Incidentally, I'm not sure I remember much of the. Yeah, actually, I do remember Rise of Compatriots. I know the two stanzas, but I'm a
That's the one I
fountain
know.
of ridiculous knowledge. It's interesting, and it goes back to what you and I were saying earlier. What exactly is to be proved or gained by this thing? Of all the things that ail us as a nation, poverty, insecurity, inflation, unemployment, poor education, minimum wage, kidnappings, poor infrastructure, of all the things that ail us as a nation, we're going to change our national song. You know what we're going to do? We're going to rebrand our national song. That's how we're going to fix all our problems. That's how we're going to do it.
All the problems.
Yeah.
Exchange rates, poverty.
Everything. Just change the song. When you start
20
giving Nigeria Twale every day, things will change.
20 million children out of school. There's so many problems. So for me, now like I said earlier,
20 million.
20 million. Just stew on that for a minute. So before we go more into detail, if you're new to our channel, this is our 5th episode, Two Grown Men. We're here to stay, and we can't stay long without your support. We need your support. We need you
to support our ministry. Please support us. Like, subscribe, click the bell
share
icon.
to all your social media platforms.
Let your friends know. share us. Please support our ministry. But
Yeah.
back to
So,
what we were saying, Yemi.
so back to what we're saying. So the Arise O Compatriots, which Lami was talking about earlier, has been in use since 1978, where it was introduced by the military government at that time. The new old one was introduced, or the old new one was introduced in 1960, and now we're going back to 1960. So my question is why? You see, I've checked everywhere. I've not been able to get a wind as to why we're going back to this. I mean, the president did say that it will promote diversity, but I don't know how. Probably the words, since you know the words, allow me. Are there words in the new national anthem, the new old national anthem that you think will promote that diversity? What are your thoughts?
It says, though tribes and tongues may differ. Look, at the end of the day, it's a song.
I have an issue with the word try, but that's for another day. But carry on.
Look, it's a song. I don't think, and I feel like if we're going to change national anthem, we might as well change everything. Change the pledge, change the coat of arms, change the name of the country, for God's sake. I mean, why stop there? Change the currency, change everything you dislike about Nigeria.
Change the Nigeria police uniform, the Nigeria police force uniform. Change that while we're at it.
Bros, why now? They've changed that uniform like 1 million times in the last 1 million years. What has
Change
changed?
it again.
What has changed? Honestly, I don't know. I know. I'm reminded of this Yoruba adage that says "Efi etesile empala palapa." You're ignoring the leprosy so that you can treat eczema. You're ignoring the actual life-threatening issues so you can fix the cosmetic. I don't know the last time somebody stopped doing something stupid or unpatriotic or decided to be extra patriotic because they heard the national anthem and thought, you know what? That song is triggering me to do better. I don't think so. I don't think if you're a bad Nigerian, you're going to be any better or worse because the anthem changed. I don't think corruption is going to be any better or worse. I don't think the economy is going to change because of it. I don't think anything's going to change. It's just
crime rate. I mean, we can go on and on. So that leads me to the point. I mean, you mentioned value earlier and what's the value add, and we've talked about a few things. Now, I'm just going to go into my next point. Do you think this is a distraction, Naomi?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there are things going on behind the scenes. If you follow the news in Kano, so Emir Sanusi has been, who was the old Emir of Kano, is been reinstated, and the new old. Can you see a trend now? The new old
I'm seeing
Emir,
it.
the erstwhile Emir of Kano.
Is that Dasuki?
Emir Dasuki has now been deposed, and so you have today. There was a video on Twitter, 2 videos.
Well, after almost a week of protests, the new Emir of Kano has finally made his way to his palace. Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, who is now to be known as Muhammadu Sanusi II, made the half-kilometer drive from the government house in a violent-free atmosphere. He was led to the palace by an armed security team, the Kano State Deputy Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, members of the State Executive Council, the district heads, and other traditional title holders. Muhammadu Sanusi II was named the new Emir last Sunday, following the death of Alhaji Ado Bayero on Friday, April the 6th.
Showed both emirs riding to the Jumat service at the central mosque. Both of them on horseback with their entourages and surrounded by teeming, like an army of supporters. Okay? And so you wonder, is this an invitation to anarchy in the land? Is this, what exactly are we trying to achieve? Okay. Beyond that, there was a killing of several soldiers in the southeast, and it was ascribed to ESN or one of the other militant groups in the southeast.
Hello, thanks for joining us. This is TVC News this hour. We are monitoring development in the southeast following the declaration of a cease-and-home order by the indigenous people of Biafra. 2 soldiers are found dead at a patrol vehicle burnt on Thursday as gunmen enforced the cease-and-home order in Abia. Our correspondent there, Nina Gabriel, brings us details.
Look at it now. Look at soldiers running. This is what is happening live now. Obi Kaba Junction.
This video, as sourced from the internet, showed that the gunmen dressed in black shirts and trousers with hoods to shield their faces attacked the army outpost at about 10 a.m. on Thursday.
There are a bunch of things going on behind the scenes that should be front page news that aren't getting the attention, the headlines that they should get, because everyone's so blinded by this overnight change of the national anthem. And so it tells you that something is going on. I don't know if it was intentional or not. I don't know. But clearly something is. But it's definitely a distraction. I mean, and then what are we doing here? We have an anthem that was picked by a colonial, a British expatriate who was working in Nigeria. And we have an anthem that was adopted by a Nigerian indigenous government, albeit a military government. But, incidentally, I mean, just what I'm saying, you start to wonder what exactly is our motivation for this. When people are saying that the name Nigeria was coined by colonial, maybe that shouldn't be our name. We're now going from, if you're being a nationalist, you're now changing your indigenously adopted national anthem for one that was given to you by a colonial master. In 1960.
In 1960.
And is that really the way forward? Are we really going to go forward? Are we really going to go forward by going backward? Or are we going to go backward to go forward?
I don't think so.
In the grand scheme of things, this means nothing. And I think we've spent enough time talking about it.
I don't think so.
And we should just move on from this and talk about something else.
Yeah, we should allow me, and I'll just say that it's not everyone who's critical about this. There are a few people that are in support of the government. Political public affairs analyst Frank Tietie did say that, and I'll read this: anthems are ideological recitations that help the people to be more focused. Okay. It was a very sad development for the military to have changed the anthem. He's referring to 1978. So, just to your point, we've changed it from one that a British national coined for us in 1960 to one that a Nigerian composer created in 1978. And there's nobody in the whole Nigeria, even if you're going to change it, that can compose another national anthem to foster diversity and unity. And then we're going back.
Where were the consultations?
Because clearly what happened... Good question.
And why didn't we get, like you said, like you just saying, sorry to interrupt you, why didn't we get Burna Boy and Onyeka Onwenu and Wizkid and Davido to come up with a new anthem? P Square.
Or Brimo.
Asha.
Or whoever, just to,
I don't know.
So we spent too much on this one. Like we said earlier, if you're new to our channel, please subscribe to us, like this content, and share it to as many people. And look, this is a two-way street. Actually, we're 2 people on this on this video, so this is a multi-diverse communication. So we want to see your comments. Let us know what you think. If you agree or disagree, we still want to hear from you.
Send us a message.
And we're going to wrap it up here.
Watching. Thank you very much for your support. We can't do this.
Absolutely.
See you in the next one. Good night.
And we'll see you in the next one. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Odabo.